Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube. Today we are in Ultraflex Rotherham. So I've decided I'm going to take you through my new training split and I'm going to go over what you need to do within your training to become a successful wellness athlete. I've just got myself a new training split, so it's landed really well with this video and I'm really excited to share with you guys why I have changed my training splits and all the reasons behind that. Also, just a quick one, do you like my new hair? This is so wellness. I'm back, she's back. Yeah, so we're gonna head up to the abduction machine to start off the session and I'll catch you up there. See you in a bit.
Do it. You can never find somebody do it like me. I'ma turn it all the way up, cause it kamikaze. Go ahead and try, baby.
Another thing that I'm going to cover in this video are the things...
Hi everyone.
Oh my God. Another thing that I'm going to discuss in this video are the things that you shouldn't be doing if you want to become a competitive wellness athlete. With the seated abduction, I am now loading it on number 2. Number 2, it's funny, isn't it? So number 2 basically loads the end range. Now, by doing this, I really get my glutes fired up for the following exercises. Beforehand, I was loading it like at the beginning range and I wasn't challenging my glutes in that shortened range, which honestly, like, it's been game changing for me. So in my next YouTube, actually, I'm going to see Oscar, which is this Friday. And now Oscar has, alongside Nathan, they both created my new training plan together. Oscar is like an incredible coach and athlete himself, and he knows what he's talking about when it comes to training. So he's now got a massive input into my training. I'm also going to be training with him once a month as well. So Friday's session is going to be filmed for YouTube. So we'll go over so much more about my training. So yeah.
Let's go.
Right, so my session today, I would have normally done quads and glutes, but most of the session would have been quad dominant with a hip thrust at the end. But I had a call with Oscar and Nathan last night, and Oscar said that I don't need any more quads, like direct quad work, like a whole session dedicated to quads, because my quads are very overpowered. No, not overpowering, they're very strong. And I want to be able to put my, I guess my focus into my glutes more so. So today's session is abduction, single leg press, booty builder, the 45-degree leg press, leg extension, and then seated hamstring curl. Whereas before it was very quad focused. So yeah, and then I've still got my upper body in with some adductors at the end. I don't need much adductors because my adductors are huge, so literally it's like a top-up set. And then we've got glute and ham focused, abduction, dumbbell split squat, glute drive, cast glute press back, single leg hamstring curl, seated. And then the last session of the week, abduction, reverse step down lunge, 45-degree leg press, which is like glute and ham focus, with feet high and together. And then cable kick back, and then seated hamstring curl. So it's very glute ham focused. And I have no RDLs anymore. So I was doing that really cool variation. But with me, my erectors are so fucking big. And even when I'm like performing it correctly and my form is like bang on, they still come into play, and I cannot afford them to grow any more Genetically, that's how I'm built. So I have to consider that massively with my training. Right, so unilateral leg press, all glute hamstring focused. So you'll see my foot is like higher up on the platform. If I was to go down here, that'll be way more quad because I've got so much more flexion in my knee. But having it higher up allows me just to target there is going to be some carryover always, but like I can just feel my glutes and my hamstrings so much more. And I'm making sure that I'm putting pressure through every part of my foot. So the outside, the inside, and then my heel as well. Rep range on here is 8 to 10, and then 10 to 12. Also, I just really want to, I've said this before, but I think people just like allow this to kind of slide when they're training. But whenever you're doing a unilateral movement, especially legs, right, make sure you rest, because even though you're only targeting one leg, that's still a top set. So you need to rest as much as you would rest in between your two working sets, because honestly, you'll be gassed out. Also, always start with your weaker side and always match those two sides together. You don't want to be doing, let's say, 12 reps on your weak side and then 15 reps on your strong side, because that side is just going to continue to get stronger and stronger, and also that is going to develop more muscle than the weaker side. So make sure that you do that as well. My handwriting is so fucking messy. I can't write. I'm literally like, I want to write, and then my hand's just like, ugh. Honestly, look at it, it's awful. Like, I'm embarrassed. I'm under pressure. That felt really like, it looked like it was really easy, because it was, it's my stronger leg. So I wanted to go more, but there's no point in me going more. God, my hammies and glutes. Whew. So whenever you've got a new training plan, you'll find that the first couple of weeks, it's all about finding your numbers, like your top set numbers, because my rep range for that set number 2 was supposed to be 10 to 12. I got 16. So I probably should have just like not taken off the 20, put on a 10. Which I'll do next time. But yeah, it just takes a while to adjust to a new plan.
You can never find somebody do it like me. I'ma turn it all the way up, cause it kamikaze. Go ahead and try, baby, you are gonna see that you'll never ever find somebody do it
So
like
there are a few things that I've had to tweak a lot when it comes to my training. So I have no RDLs anymore. I was doing the rear stance, the rear leg elevated RDLs, which I absolutely loved. But as mentioned before, they, even when I'm doing them perfectly, they're still gonna load my erectors. Now, if you're someone like myself who is quite like muscular in the upper body, maybe you did figure like I did before, or maybe you just grow really quick in your upper and you're just really, really thick. You've got to be careful about the movements that you do. Because remember as well, for wellness and bikini actually, having a small waist is essential. So if you're doing stuff like really heavy barbell RDLs, if you're doing like pulling from the floor, so like stiff legs, like dead stop stiff legs, if you're doing barbell squats, those kind of movements, it is going to build your midsection over time. Now, some of my girls, some of my athletes who are wellness girls or bikini girls, they do standard RDLs, but they don't have the developed erectors like myself, you know. So there's something that I will keep an eye on with them, of course I will, but for now they're all good. But if you're, like I said, if you're like me, you've got a very muscular midsection, like a lot of muscle there, you've got to be very, very careful about movements that you do. So like everyone says brace when you train. In my opinion, if you brace too much when you're training, you're just gonna build your core up too much. So I'm very aware of that as well. And that's why when I'm doing my dumbbell split squats, you will see me hold onto a bench now. So I'm not having to brace too much in my core. So yeah, no RDLs. Oh, I'm so sad. No RDLs, no squat variations, and minimal quad movements. Yay to me. Also, for my hip thrust variations, I'm no longer doing Smith machine hip thrust. I haven't done barbell, to be honest, for ages, just because barbell especially, it does load your back. It really, really does. And I can't get away with that. So I'm just sticking to literally like the booty builder or the glute drive. You know, it's all about finding what works for you. Like, I can isolate my glutes on those two machines really well, without having to worry about my lower back pump or anything like that.
Let's go.
Oh my goodness. Woo. That was 10 with a couple of partials. My volume has also changed, so I no longer have any intensifiers, so like no rest pauses or anything like that, just because over time that's going to accumulate too much fatigue for me with how hard I train. If you don't train hard and heavy, you can kind of get away with that. If you do, you don't always need to do those intensifiers. I do really like them, so I'm sure there's going to be a time and a place where I can trickle them in for a short period of time, but for now it's just standard top set, back off set. And then around my cycle, because I really suffer with my period, so like on the lead up in my luteal phase, I can feel so wank. It's not every single month, but I would say I don't feel great in that phase most of the time. And then when I'm on my period as well, training can be awful. So we're literally, what we're gonna do is just do like a de-volume session. So like 45 minutes in and out of the gym. At least then I'll be able to feel satisfied still. But at the moment, when I'm suffering with my cycle and I'm coming into gym and I'm trying to beat my logbook, and then I'm not like beating it and I'm getting in my head because I've had a shit session, it really puts me in a bad place because time is of the essence. You know, I've got prep in January. I'm a pro and I want to do well. I don't have much time. So that's always like the back of my mind. So the approach that we're now taking, I feel like it's going to fit me and how I am so much more. So I'm really excited for it actually. Woo, God. My goodness me, my arse. I never know where to put my hands on that. I'm like moving around so much. Oh. 15 to 20.
Focus. Look at someone to stick on the top. Head straight. Stop. Let up and down all over the place. You're losing power by doing that. Yes. Nice.
No.
Yeah, good. Focus on that. Between your feet on the platform. Focus. Keep your line of sight on that. Focus. Yeah, and again. Yeah, and again. Focus. Focus in front of you. Come on. Nice.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Can you take it all off for me?
Huh?
Can you take it all off for me? Your upper body needs to grow, mine doesn't. Woo. Horrible. Oh my God. Woo. Oh my goodness. What's up, my ham's gonna snap off. Whew. Oh, that's the session done, guys. Rating out of 10 for enjoyment. 7. No, it was good. I liked it. It flowed very well. Yeah, no, I definitely enjoyed that. It's going to take some getting used to though, this new split, but you know, needs must and everything for my physique. Got to play the game, even though I do miss certain movements. I feel like my training has become very pigeonholed. Is that the right word? Pigeonholed over the last few years. I miss the days of like, you know, barbell squatting and deadlifting, just being really strong and being able to do what I want to do in the gym. But, you know, when you're in this sport, you do have to play the game, stick to that criteria, you know, just be careful that your physique doesn't develop outside of your criteria, because if that happens, you're not going to do well. So that's what I'm having to do now. Well, hopefully you enjoyed it. We're going to go back home in a second anyway and do the outro and everything up there. A little bit of a wrap up. You can see Arlo, my little boy. But yeah, I'll catch you at home, guys. Right guys, so I've just had my post-workout, the standard cereal, and Arlo, I wanted to say hello to you all. Everyone loves Arlo. Sorry about his willy being out as well, by the way, he's so rude. So that is the video done. Hopefully you guys have taken a lot from that video. If you've got any questions in regards to, you know, training as a wellness athlete or whatever, drop your questions in the comments or message me on Instagram. Here's my handle. And I will help you as much as I can, of course. But as always, like, share, subscribe. Lots of you as well, you watch my videos, but you haven't subscribed. So please make sure that you subscribe to my videos. So like, share, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you on the next video.
Do it. You can never find somebody do it like me. I'ma turn it all the way up, cause it kamikaze. Go ahead and try.